This is Max and Mia podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Max and Mia podcast. I'm Max.
And I'm Mia. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Can you believe it? 2026 is finally here.
I know, right? It feels like 2025 just flew by. But hey, we're really excited to kick off this year with all of you.
Absolutely. And before we jump in, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for making this podcast part of your journey.
Yes. Whether you've been with us since day one or you're just discovering us now, we appreciate you so much.
So, today we're tackling something super relevant for this time of year. New Year's resolutions and plans. You know, those goals we set when January rolls around.
Exactly. And here's the thing. If learning English is one of your goals for this year and you're listening to us right now, well, guess what? You've already started strong.
That's right. You're not just thinking about it, you're actually doing it. And that's huge. Every episode you listen to, every new word you pick up, that's progress.
So give yourself some credit. You're already taking steps toward mastering English. And we're here to help you along the way.
All right, so let's dive into it.
So Max, I'm curious. Have you come up with any resolutions for this year?
Yeah, actually, I have. I've decided I'm going to cut down on social media. I mean, I've been spending way too much time scrolling through my phone, and I'd rather invest that time in something more productive.
Oh, that's a good one. I've been meaning to do that myself. So what are you planning to do instead?
Well, I'm aiming to read at least 2 books a month. I used to be an avid reader, but lately I've fallen out of the habit. So I'm determined to get back into it.
I love that. There's something about setting a specific target that makes it more achievable, don't you think?
Definitely. What about you? What are you hoping to accomplish this year?
Well, I've committed to getting more exercise. Not just going to the gym randomly, but actually sticking to a proper routine. I'm thinking of signing up for a yoga class twice a week.
That sounds fantastic. Are you going to hold yourself accountable somehow?
Yeah, I'm planning to track my progress in a journal. I find that when I write things down, I'm more likely to follow through. Plus, I want to make sure I don't give up after a few weeks like I did last year.
Yeah, we've all been there. January motivation is strong, but by February, not so much.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to be realistic this time. I'm not going to overcommit or set unrealistic goals. Just small, manageable changes.
Smart approach. I think the key is making resolutions that you can actually maintain throughout the year, not just temporary fixes.
Absolutely. All right, so before we move on, did you catch that, everyone? Max and I just shared our New Year's resolutions, and we used quite a bit of specific vocabulary and grammar structures related to this topic.
Yeah, things like talking about intentions, making commitments, and expressing determination. These are all really useful when discussing your goals and plans.
We'll break down some of that language in just a bit. But first, we want to hear from you. What are your New Year's resolutions? Have you set any goals for 2026?
Maybe you want to learn a new skill, travel somewhere you've never been, or perhaps improve your health. Whatever it is, think about it for a moment.
Okay, now we're going to listen to a real conversation between 2 friends talking about their New Year's resolutions.
Right. And as you listen, pay close attention to how they talk about their plans and goals. You'll hear them using structures like going to, will, and even the present continuous to express their intentions.
Exactly. This is English in action. So let's tune in to this conversation between Trevor and Jenna.
Hey, Jenna. Happy New Year.
Oh, hey, Trevor. Happy New Year to you, too. How was your holiday?
It was good. Pretty relaxing. I spent most of it at home with family. You?
Same here, although I ate way too much, as usual, which actually brings me to I'm trying to be healthier this year.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do differently?
Well, I'm going to start meal prepping on Sundays, so I'm not just grabbing fast food during the week when I'm too tired to cook.
That's smart. I've heard meal prepping really helps. Are you going to, cook everything in advance?
Yeah, basically. I'm planning to make lunch and dinner for at least 4 days. And I'm also cutting out soda completely.
Completely? Wow, that's ambitious.
I know. But I drink way too much of it. I'm replacing it with water and maybe some tea. We'll see how long I last.
Hey, don't say that. You'll do great. I mean, if you're serious about it.
I am. What about you? Any resolutions?
Yeah, actually. I'm gonna learn guitar this year.
Really? That's awesome. Do you have a guitar already?
Not yet, but I'm buying one this weekend. My cousin is helping me pick one out.
Nice. So are you going to take lessons or?
Thinking about it, I'll probably start with YouTube tutorials, honestly, just to see if I actually stick with it before I spend money on lessons.
That makes sense. Oh, and I'm also going to read more, like actual books, not just articles on my phone.
Yeah? How much are you planning to read?
I'm aiming for 1 book a month. Doesn't sound like much, but considering I read maybe 2 books last year, it's progress.
Hey, that's still good, though. At least you're setting a realistic goal.
Exactly. I don't want to set myself up for failure, What else are you doing this year?
Well, I'm also going to save more money. I've been spending too much on eating out and random stuff I don't need.
Oh, tell me about it. How are you going to do that?
I'm setting up a separate savings account, and I'm going to transfer 15% of each paycheck automatically. That way I won't even see it.
That's actually brilliant. I should do something like that.
You should. It's supposed to be the easiest way because you're not tempted to spend it.
Yeah, I'm meeting with my bank next week to set up something similar, actually. I need to get my finances together.
Good for you. Oh, and one more thing. I'm going to travel more. I didn't go anywhere last year, and I really regret it.
Where are you thinking of going?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe somewhere in Europe? I've always wanted to see Italy.
Italy would be amazing. Are you going alone or with someone?
Probably with my brother. He's been wanting to go too, so we're looking at dates in the spring.
That sounds incredible. I'm jealous.
You could come with us. The more the merrier.
Ha, I wish, but with my meal prepping and saving money goals, I don't think I'll have enough saved up by spring.
Fair enough. Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe. But honestly, I think if I focus on these smaller goals first, I'll be in a better position to travel next year.
That's a good way to look at it. One step at a time, right?
Exactly. So when are you starting the guitar thing?
As soon as I get the guitar. Probably this weekend I'll play around with it, and then I'm starting lessons, or tutorials, on Monday.
I love it. We should check in with each other once a month or something. Keep each other accountable.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Let's do it.
Perfect. Well, here's to actually sticking to our resolutions this year.
Cheers to that.
All right, so that was Trevor and Jenna talking about their New Year's resolutions. Pretty natural conversation, right?
Yeah, I liked how realistic it was. They weren't making these huge, impossible promises. They were actually thinking about what they could achieve.
Exactly. And did you notice how they used different ways to talk about their plans? Some things sounded more like wishes, while others were clearly decisions they'd already made.
Right? And that's actually a really important distinction in English. So let's break that down for a second.
Okay, so when we talk about our New Year's resolutions or future plans, we're not always talking about the same level of commitment. there's what we call intention versus reality.
Exactly. So let me give you 3 levels here. First, we have vague ideas or desires. These are things you hope might happen, but you haven't really committed to them yet.
For example, I hope to travel more this year. Or, I'd like to learn a new language. See? It's more of a wish than a solid plan.
Right. Then we move to the second level, decisions or intentions. This is when you've actually made up your mind and you're planning to do something.
Like, I'm going to start going to the gym, or I plan on saving money every month. These are real intentions, not just wishes.
And finally, we have the third level, fixed arrangements. These are things that are already scheduled or organized. They're basically confirmed.
For example, I'm meeting my trainer next Monday, or we're flying to Mexico in March. The plans are set, the dates are locked in.
So you see the progression? From hoping and wishing, to deciding and intending, to actually arranging and confirming. 3 different levels of commitment.
And in that conversation between Trevor and Jenna, they used all of these. Jenna said, I'm going to start meal prepping. That's a decision. Trevor said, I'm buying one this weekend. That's an arrangement because he's already planned it with his cousin.
Exactly. Understanding these differences will help you express yourself more accurately when talking about your own goals and plans.
All right, now let's move on to our second conversation of the day. This one's a bit different. It's a deeper chat between 2 friends about what they'd like to accomplish this year and what their lives might look like in the future.
And you're going to hear them using the first conditional and the future continuous. Structures like, if I get the promotion, I will buy a car, or this time next year, I'll be living in London.
So let's listen in to Blake and Nina.
You know what I've been thinking about lately?
What?
Just where I'll be this time next year. Like everything could be completely different.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think about that too. Do you have any specific plans, or are you just wondering?
Bit of both, honestly. I applied for that promotion at work, remember?
Oh, right, the senior position. Have you heard anything yet?
Not yet, but if I get it, I'll finally be able to afford my own place. I'm so tired of having roommates.
I bet. How long have you been sharing that apartment now?
Almost 3 years. It's too long. And if I get the promotion, I'll be earning enough to live on my own comfortably.
That would be amazing. Where would you want to live?
Probably somewhere closer to downtown. If I move closer to work, I won't be spending 2 hours commuting every day.
True, that commute is brutal. So this time next year, you'll be living in your own apartment downtown?
Hopefully, yeah. I'll be enjoying my morning coffee without someone else's dirty dishes in the sink.
I don't miss roommate life at all. But what if you don't get the promotion?
Well, if I don't get it, I'll probably start looking for opportunities at other companies. I can't stay in the same position forever.
That makes sense. You've got to keep moving forward.
What about you? What are you hoping for this year?
Honestly, I'm thinking about going back to school. Maybe getting my master's degree.
Really? That's huge. What would you study?
Marketing, probably. If I go back to school, I'll need to cut my work hours, which means less money. But I think it'll be worth it in the long run.
For sure. And if you get your master's, you'll be way more competitive in the job market.
Exactly. I keep thinking that this time next year, I'll be studying again, writing papers, pulling all-nighters.
Sounds exhausting.
I know, but also exciting. I miss learning, you know? And if I don't do it now, I'll probably never do it.
That's fair. When would you start?
If I get accepted, I'll be starting in September. I'm applying to a few programs this month.
Nice. So you'll be a student again soon.
Hopefully. What else are you thinking about for this year?
I'm also considering getting a car. If I save enough by summer, I'll buy a used one. Nothing fancy.
That would make your life so much easier, especially if you move downtown.
Yeah, exactly. And if I have a car, I'll be able to visit my family more often. They live pretty far out.
How often do you see them now?
Maybe once every 2 months. It's hard without a car. But if I get one, I'll be driving out there at least twice a month.
That's sweet. I'm sure they'd love that.
Yeah. What about you and travel? Weren't you talking about going somewhere?
Oh, yeah. If I save enough money before school starts, I'll take a trip somewhere. Maybe Southeast Asia?
Seriously? That would be incredible.
I know. I keep imagining it. This time next year, I'll be telling people about my trip to Thailand or Vietnam.
You should definitely do it. If you wait until after you start school, you won't have time.
True. If I go this summer, it'll be perfect timing. One last adventure before hitting the books again.
I love that. We're both going to have such different lives next year.
I know, right? It's kind of scary but exciting at the same time.
Yeah, here's hoping everything works out.
Cheers to that.
Wow, that was Blake and Nina. I really enjoyed that conversation because it felt so real, you know. They were talking about actual possibilities, not just abstract dreams.
Right? And they used the first conditional so naturally. Every time they said if, they were thinking about real scenarios that could actually happen. Like when Blake said, "If I get the promotion, I'll be able to afford my own place."
Exactly. That's the beauty of the first conditional. It's for things that are possible, that might really happen. And then there was the future continuous, which gave us that sense of imagining yourself in the future.
Yeah, like when Nina said, "This time next year I'll be studying again." You could almost see her picturing herself back in school, right?
Absolutely. And Blake, too. I'll be enjoying my morning coffee without someone else's dirty dishes. That's such a specific image of his future life.
I love how they kept each other accountable, too. They weren't just daydreaming. They were actually thinking through the logistics and supporting each other.
That's what good friends do. And honestly, that's what we want for all of you listening. We want you to not only dream about your goals, but actually work towards them.
Speaking of which, if you're enjoying this episode and finding it useful for your English learning journey, we'd really appreciate your support.
Yeah, if you could hit that like button, it helps us reach more people who are trying to improve their English just like you.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. We release new episodes regularly, and by subscribing, you'll never miss out on new content.
Also, turn on notifications, that little bell icon, so you get alerted whenever we drop a new episode. Trust me, you don't want to miss what we have coming up.
We put a lot of effort into making these episodes helpful and engaging for you, so your support really means the world to us.
Seriously, every like, every subscription, every comment you leave, it all helps us grow and continue creating content that helps you master English.
All right, now let's move on to something really fun. Native expressions and idioms.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite parts. We're going to cover some common idioms and expressions that native speakers use when talking about the future and new beginnings.
And these are the kinds of phrases that will make you sound more natural and fluent. So pay close attention.
First up, to turn over a new leaf.
This means to start fresh, to make a clean start, or to begin behaving in a better way. It's all about leaving the past behind and starting over.
For example, After years of unhealthy eating, Sarah decided to turn over a new leaf and started cooking nutritious meals at home.
Nice example. So, whenever you want to talk about making a positive change in your life, you can use this expression.
All right, next one. To start from scratch.
This means to begin something from the very beginning, with nothing prepared in advance. You're building from zero.
For example, when Tom's computer crashed, he lost all his work and had to start from scratch.
Ouch, that's rough. But yeah, from scratch means you have to rebuild everything from the ground up.
You'll also hear people use this in cooking, like, I baked this cake from scratch, meaning they didn't use a box mix. They used individual ingredients.
Good point. All right. Number 3, the ball is in your court.
This one's interesting. It means that it's now someone else's turn to take action or make a decision. The responsibility has shifted to them.
It comes from tennis, right? Like, the ball has been hit to your side of the court, so now you have to respond.
Exactly. For example, I've sent you the proposal, so now the ball is in your court. Let me know what you think.
So basically, it's your move. You need to do something now.
Right. And the last one for today, bucket list.
This is a great one. A bucket list is a list of things you want to do or experience before you die. It comes from the phrase, kick the bucket, which is a casual way to say someone has died.
Yeah, but we don't really think about the morbid part. We just use bucket list to talk about our big dreams and adventures.
For example, traveling to Japan has been on my bucket list for years. I'm finally going next summer.
Or you might hear someone say, skydiving is definitely on my bucket list. It's all about those experiences you don't want to miss out on in life.
So, there you have it. 4 super useful expressions that native speakers use all the time.
And if you start using these in your own conversations, you're going to sound so much more natural and confident.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode. We covered a lot, didn't we?
We really did. We talked about New Year's resolutions, listened to some great conversations, broke down grammar structures, and learned some awesome idioms.
And hopefully, you picked up some useful vocabulary and expressions that you can start using right away.
Remember, learning a language isn't just about studying, it's about using what you learn in real situations. So take these phrases, these structures, and start practicing them.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you improve. Every conversation is a chance to get better.
Before we go, we just want to remind you one more time. If this episode helped you in any way, please leave us a like and subscribe if you haven't already.
It really does help us out, and it lets us know that you're enjoying the content we're creating.
And if you have any topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, drop a comment and let us know. We love hearing from you.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. We wish you all the best with your New Year's resolutions, whatever they may be.
Here's to an amazing 2026 filled with growth, learning, and progress. Keep pushing forward, and remember, you've already started strong just by being here.
Take care, everyone. Until next time.
See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.